Hey, what's going on, metalheads? Skidgore back with another video showing you some badass metal. So we are going to... What are we on, the J's now? Yeah, we're on the J's. So first up, oh, what a classic, one of my absolute favorites. Judas Priest, Painkiller. My favorite Priest album, hands down. I just love the heaviness. Metal Meltdown, probably my favorite song. Not a dud in the bunch though, it was just... Every song just fucking kills. I think this is their heaviest album too. Painkiller's classic. We got some black metal here with Judas Iscariot, Heaven in Flames. Very pissed off black metal. Focus. Yes, Heaven in Flames. And we're going on to the K's. And way to start for that is definitely with King Diamond. With Abigail. King Diamond, along with Rob Halford, is one of my favorite heavy metal singers. And I love how he tells stories with his music and his lyrics. Nobody will ever sound like him, ever. He's a fucking amazing musician in this amazing band. Mickey D on drums on this album. Yes, Abigail. Absolute heavy metal classic for sure. Power metal classic. We got Kingdom of Sorrow. This is their first album. Got it signed by the man himself, the mighty Kurt. Amazing album. I love it. Yeah, it's basically if you take Crowbar and Hatebreed and put them together. That's basically what it sounds like. And I have no problem with that because I like both of those bands. But yeah, Kingdom of Sorrow is badass shit. Yeah, one of my favorite Creator albums. I do love Pleasure to Kill, but this was the first one I ever heard, so it holds a special place in my heart. Extreme Aggression. Betrayer is one of my favorites. I'll never forget the first time I heard this album, though. Never forget your first time hearing some of these albums, you know? It definitely sticks with you. And I don't know where the actual cover went, so I just got the sleeve, but this is actually Kirk Weinstein solo album. I'll get it out for you. This is hard to do with one... Oh my god, this is hard to do with one arm. But this is a really cool poster, which deserves to be shown. Dreams in Motion. Kirk Weinstein. Solo album. Long awaited. Amazing fucking album. I love Kirk Weinstein's voice. I love his riffs. The guy just can do no wrong. He's just one of the best. Very gifted musician. What is this? The Last of the K's? Yes. Last of the K's. Christian from Brazil. One of the fastest death metal bands with an actual drummer you'll ever hear. I don't think I've ever heard a faster extreme metal band than this. Drummer is fucking unbelievably, he's just on fire. Insanely fast death metal. Heavily inspired by Morbid Angel and Deicide, bands like that. But they do their own thing with it. They just go for the kill, go for speed. That's what they're known for. Hail, he's badass. Chris Young. I think that's the last of the K's. We are going on to the M's. We start with Meshuggah, Destroy, Erase, Improve. Definitely an influential album. My favorite Meshuggah album for sure. Badass riffage. Killer drums. Unbelievable. Let's see. We could go to the mighty Motorhead. It was almost impossible picking a Motorhead album, but I guess I decided to go with Ace of Spades because it was like one of the first I've heard when I was younger, and just that was stuck with me. Yep, the hammer, the chase is better than the catch. Classic rock and roll metal album. Ace of Spades for sure. This whole lineup is wiped out now. Rest in peace. At least we got the music to remember you by, Lamb. Filthy and definitely Fast Eddie. Alright, we are gonna go to some brutal shit. Now, most people would put Altars of Madness or Blessed or Sick or something, but I always liked Gateways to Annihilation. I saw this tour when Pantera took them out on tour, and they were just left a huge impression. I just bought this album. Summoning Redemption is just such a sick fucking song. Eric Ratain is on this album, and I think it's some of his sickest work. He Who Sleeps is amazing. There's just not one bad song on this album. Pete Sandville's drumming is just unbelievable. But I have always loved this album, Gateways to Annihilation. More so than a lot of their other stuff. But I love all their stuff. Earlier work for sure. And we are going with classic Misfits. Going with Earth AD. Definitely if you're a horror fan and a music fan, these guys go together so fucking well. Soundtrack for Halloween for sure. Good Halloween party. Blood Feast, my favorite song. This is on Plan 9 Records. I think this is like an original. Looks like an original. Very lucky to have that. Misfits, Earth AD, hell yeah. Yeah, we got one of the most perfect metal albums ever, I think. I mean, you got so many different styles on this one album. I mean, you got the thrash shit, which they pretty much helped invent, and then you got like a little doomy creek like thing that should not be, and then you got experimental like Orion and Disposable Hero. I mean, I think it's just the perfect metal album. If someone wanted to come up to me and said, what is the perfect metal album, I probably would throw this at them. I know that people think Kill 'Em All or Ride the Lightning or, which I love as well, but Master Puppets, I heard it at such an early age and it just left such a huge impression on me. And at the time I thought Lars was the greatest drummer in the world. Funny, huh? But yeah, Master Puppets, one of the most perfect metal albums. Black metal masterpiece. Mayhem, De Mysteriis, Dum Satanas. Oh man, we all know the history of this one, huh? So much hatred. A lot of shit going on this behind the scenes of making this album. But it's still one of the creepiest sounding albums. It just sounds so fucking creepy. And it still holds up to this day. It's just one of those albums that just holds up. Monumental Norwegian black metal album. Pretty much put him on the map as far as I'm concerned. Rest in peace, Euronymous. Yeah, we have another classic here. It's Melissa, Merciful Fate. My god. Don't Break the Oath almost made the list. But I figured I'd go with Melissa. Because it was the first one I ever heard, and it always made a big impression on me. First time I heard King's vocals like that, you're not prepared for it, And at the time, at the first one I heard it, I really didn't even care for it, because I was more into extreme metal, like death metal type shit. So when I heard this, I was like, I don't know, but it grew on me, and I just grew into really respect King Diamond and Merciful Fate in general. Just Unbelievable. Alright. Go to some Funeral Doom with Mournful Congregation. The Monad of Creation. I don't know if I said that right. Very, very sad album. You're in a dark place and you put this on. Soothing for some people, but very, very depressing. Love it. Great band. Yeah, classic thrash metal here. Peace Sells Who's Dying. Megadeth. Rust in Peace should be on here too, but only could pick one, so it's just one of those albums I heard at an early age, you know. Classic Megadeth. Speaking of depressing albums, you got My Dying Bride, Turn Loose the Swans. Wow, yeah, this one's right up there with Mournful Congregation. Like, this is really a depressing doom metal album. It really make you think, but it's soothing at the same time. It deals with a lot of loss, and I think it can help people through their problems. You know, listen to music like this. In some cases, at least. But yeah, My Dying Bride, definitely classic album. Classic death metal here, Massacre. Definitely From Beyond. Cam Lee is just got one of those voices you just can never deny, man. Amazing. Love Massacre. You go with the Machine Head, Burn My Eyes. My favorite Machine Head album, still to this day. They never topped this as far as I'm concerned. Blood for Blood, still an amazing song. Still an amazing album. Oh, some heavy shit here. Heavy horror-filled shit. Mortician, Domain of Death. Heavy ass shit with so much horror love. I learned so many horror movies through Will Romer and Roger over the years. Very grateful. There's one of those bands you can always count on for delivering the brutality and the horrific atmosphere within their music. Mortician, hail. Wish they put out another album. Here's a classic. Buzz Osborne, hail. Melvin's Bullhead. This is my favorite Buzz Oven album. Actually, they're such a band that's so diverse. Every one of their albums is so different. It's almost like a different band could make it every time, but just always have that integrity in their music to write the most brutal ass shit and the catchiest riffs. And I think Bullhead, definitely very influential to the later sludge metal. Bands like Neurosis and I Hate God definitely pick up on this. Melvin's Bullhead, hell yeah. Join the Melvin's army, absolutely. They got Mausoleum, Back from the Funeral. Holy shit, I'm losing my voice. Good death metal with a horrific horror movie approach for sure. I love reading their lyrics. It's just like reading a short horror story, you know. And I love that cover. Back from the Funeral, Mausoleum. Classic death metal album. Millions of Dead Cops. More Dead Cops. Album that pissed a lot of people off. But a great album. Amazing punk rock album. Definitely a must. One more M? No, two more M's. Talk about a very influential band for later second wave black metal, Master's Hammer. Fenriz, I heard about these guys through Fenriz, Dark Throne, and yeah, I can totally see how this band was so influential to that sound. Great fucking album. They don't really look like, a band that would play like this stuff. Which is kind of funny, but man, they deliver. It's all about the music, man. Badass shit. The last of the M's. You got Minor Threat. Need I Say More? Classic hardcore album. Every sense of the fucking word. We'll get more classic than Minor Threat. I think we're on the ends now. Band I discovered recently called Night Hag. Phantasmal Scourge. Really good death doom. You're fans of Autopsy, Incantation with Evoken and, Necrophagia, Mortician, so many bands. Like, you'll love this. Great horrific atmosphere within their music as well. Fucking love these guys. Night Hag. Definitely gotta get a shirt. Classic hardcore here, Negative Approach, Total Recall. One of the most pissed off albums I've ever heard. This guy sounds so fucking pissed off. Very, very short songs. Simple to the point. Destruction for sure. Fucking badass shit. We got Natty Frost, Blood and Vomit. Natty Frost, he's quite a character. He's black metal personified. Blood and Vomit. And I'm a huge Carpathian Force fan too, so definitely a huge fan of his. We got good death thrash here with Necrodeath, Fragments of Insanity. Very fast. Very, very fast music. I think they kind of changed their style after this album. A little more commercial maybe, and less of an attack, but this is a very aggressive album. Death thrash for sure. Fragments of Insanity, I'll definitely check that one out. We got the band that pretty much wrote the book on Extremity. Extreme music as far as I'm concerned. And that is Napalm Death. Now, it was hard to put a Napalm Death album. I like them all for different reasons, but for some reason, Enemy of the Music Business, I heard it at an age where I was just getting into like really more heavy shit. And the first album I heard from them was Fear, Emptiness, Despair, and Diatribes, and Harmony, Corruption. Didn't hear Scum for a long time before, but Enemy of the Music Business just hit me, man. It was just such a heavy, pissed off album. They went back to their roots for sure. And the old logo, which I prefer. But yeah. And they're still kicking ass. Barney and Company. I think that's a band that will just always keep releasing badass shit. The last of the ends. The Mighty Necrophagia. White Worm Cathedral. Sadly, this would be their last album. But I'm so glad I saw this tour a couple times and got the whole band to sign it. To Skid Gore, Praise the Witch, Raise the Dead, Killjoy. Fucking love this album. I would say it's probably my favorite Necrophagia album. There's just Rad Witch, Angel Black, God man, there's not a bad song on here. And every one of their albums are so different, you really can't compare one to the other. They're just all different. Most of them have different lineups too. But God, this fucking album is it just speaks to me, man. White Worm Cathedral, The Mighty Necrophagia. Unfucking believable album. Let's see. Now we're on to the N, the O's. Okay. A band called Old, Down with the Nails. This band was discovered by Nocturno Culto and Fenris and put on their label because they believed in the band, and rightfully so, man. It's badass black metal for sure. Old school approach, hence the name Old. I don't know if they're a band anymore, man, but these guys are badass. Check them out. Old. Hail Wino, The Obsessed. Lunar Womb. Fuck yeah. Wino is a doom metal god. One of the first ever extreme metal bands I ever heard, Obituary, Cause of Death. I'll remember it like yesterday. I'll never forget I heard John Tardy's vocals for the first time. It was actually fucking terrifying. Cause of Death, still my favorite. On Road Racer Records. And we have the king here. Ozzy. I love Osmosis. This album got me through a lot of dark times in my life. That's why it's on here. It's one of my favorites. I love all his albums for different reasons, but this one just always holds a special place in my heart. A lot of history with this album. Osmosis. I got some heavy ass shit here. Outlaw Order, Dragging Down the Enforcer. All the members of I Hate God minus Jimmy Bower. Rest in peace, Joey Lazarus, amazing drummer. Some of his best work on here, I think. Love Outlaw Order. If you're a fan of I Hate God, you're gonna fucking love this band for sure. Dragging Down the Enforcer, amazing. I think this is the last of those. October Rising, Halloween. Just a very fun Halloween atmosphere type band. Love listening to these guys in October. A very, very fun listen. October Rising for sure. Badass shit. Oh, okay, peas now. Alright, this is going to be the last section because I need a break. Talking too much. Yeah, Poison Idea, Feel the Darkness. Love that song, The Badge. Whole record smokes though. Amazing fucking album. Very pissed off album. Very fucking pissed off album. Iconic cover. It's one big dude. Yeah, Poison Idea. Oh man. If classic was a word. I don't even know what to say. This album is just... It's just so classic, man. Seven Churches, you just cannot fuck with Possessed. They got a song called Death Metal, for fuck's sake, you know? They started it, man. Venom started it, and Possessed finishes it, as far as I'm concerned. Amazing. Amazing album. Every song amazing. I'd love to get this on vinyl. Definitely would upgrade that in a second. Rest in peace, Wendy O. Williams. Plasmatics, Final Days. Anthems for the Apocalypse. All those fucking amazing, timeless songs on here in one place. Really awesome set. Highly recommended if you're a Plasmatics or Wendy Williams fan. Grindcore at its sickest with Pig Destroyer, Prowler in the Yard. God, man. These guys are fucking sick as hell. J.R. Hayes has some of the greatest lyrics. Fucking love Pig Destroyer. Scott Hall, guitar, amazing. Zakk Wylde's Pride and Glory. Very fucking badass rock and roll metal album. You can see how BLS would come after this, but this is still experimenting with different guitar sounds on here, and it's an amazing album. Hate Your Guts is a hilarious fucking song. Pride and Glory is great. Hail Zakk Wylde. I'm gonna go to Australia for some crazy ass death metal here with Portal. Outer. First heard about these guys through Philip H. Anselmo, obviously. Been a long time fan since. Fucking badass. Scary Lovecraftian death metal. Fucking pissed off. Fucking Cthulhu, man. Portal, amazing band. Kind of like a modern day Morbid Angel. And we have Pentagram with Relentless. One of my absolute favorite doom metal albums. I'm sure a lot of people have this on their lists as well. The Ghoul is my favorite song. I love the riff on that. And Bobby is just an amazing fucking singer. And maybe not the greatest human being in the world, but he definitely is a great musician. Hail, Pentagram. So fucking influential. There's so many bands. And I think this is the last one. Oh wait, I had an H. Oh shit, I forget a lot of these. Here I have an H here. Hollow Mass, October Burning. Good punk rock. Horror punk. Definitely fans of Misfits, you'll fucking love this shit. Awesome October Burning. I don't know where the cover went to, but this is Marduk, Those of the Unlight. That's my favorite Marduk album. Fucking badass. I don't know where the cover went for that. That's why it threw me off. I think that's it. I'm just looking around here. So disorganized. Last of the P's. We're gonna go with Pantera. Reinventing the Steel. This is my favorite Pantera album. I don't know, I kind of go back and forth with different albums, but I think Reinventing the Steel is my favorite album. And I saw this tour. I was lucky enough to see this tour. And it's just such a fucking great album from front to back. I'll Cast a Shadow is actually my favorite Pantera song of all time. Yeah, that's such a fucking amazing album. They really went out with a bang, for sure. Never known it would have been their last album, but definitely a good one. Alright, well, we got through that. I guess we'll go through the other ones when I get a chance, but thank you all for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope you like these videos, these metal and music videos. I definitely plan on getting back into the horror aspects for sure. I can't wait to do that. But got a little bit more metal to show, so hope you enjoy it. Skidgore. Stay metal.